welcome to high school basketball here on KBZE 105.9 FM and internet radio station KBZE.com. Tonight, the Franklin Hornets take on the Varnado Wildcats in round one of the LHSAA 2A by-district playoffs. Tonight's game is being brought to you by A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, A.J. Dolman Chrysler, Franklin Foundation Hospital, Urgent Care of Morgan City, MC Bank, Rita Mae's Kitchen of Morgan City, and the Tesh Action Clinic of Morgan City. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Franklin High School, where tonight it's high school playoff basketball. The fifth-ranked Franklin Hornets take on number 28, the Varnado Wildcats. Now, you might ask, where is Varnado? Well, Varnado is, I guess, about 30 miles above Bogalusa. They're in the right-hand part of the boot, if you would say, kind of close to Mississippi. But Varnado comes in with a record of 9-7 out of District 9 2A, the top team in 9 2A this year. If you look down, the bracket was St. Helena. They were 15-13. They are number 23, so not a real competitive district. Meanwhile, Franklin, number 5, 24-4. Of course, also in District 7 2A, which Franklin was a champion, is West St. Mary. Interestingly enough, West St. Mary beat Capital last night, 66-65. They advance to the second round, and they await the winner of this game. That's right. If Franklin wins, they will play West St. Mary again, this time in the second round of the playoffs. Also, 7-2A team, Delcom is number 19. They are in the playoffs, and that is the three teams out of that district that is in the playoffs. Rayville is number 1. Number 2 in the bracket is defending champ Port Allen. Number 3 is Manny, and number 4 is Doyle. We'll go into the complete bracket as we get into action later on, but Franklin, West St. Mary, Centerville, also Patterson, and Central Catholic in the playoffs in the parish. So we'll have all that for you, and we'll go through all the brackets as they start play tonight and next week. But right now, both teams going to their respective sidelines. Franklin tonight in their home white jerseys, the white bottoms. They have the red and gold stripes on the side, the red numbers, maroon numbers outlined in gold with Hornets across the front. Meanwhile, the Wildcats, they're in royal blue tops, royal blue bottoms, the white stripes, and they'll have Wildcats across the front. Right now, I think we'll have playing of possibly the anthem or maybe the starting lineups, as our referees tonight are for the Thibodeau Association. See a familiar face across the way. Mr. Greg Harding is one of the lead officials tonight. And he is getting the last-minute check of the books. Of course, we saw Franklin twice this year. One time a regular season game against Patterson. Then we saw him play in district against Houma Christian. Last year, Franklin got to the quarterfinals before bowing out to Lakeside. Meanwhile, Varnado lost in round one. So right now we are awaiting the starting lineups, and they'll give it to us, and we will give them to you as we get them. The sound system to the right, a good crowd on hand. Of course, can't fill the gym with COVID protocol, but a good crowd on hand as well here from the Franklin High gym. And right now we are going to play the national anthem. We're going to go back to the studio. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back with the start. Franklin and Varnado right here on KBZE. singing of the national anthem, a great rendition. Also, our scorekeeper, outstanding job. And now we will have the starting lineups.
Let's go, coaching team.
So now we'll get the lineups.
Welcome to the Hornet's Nest.
The Hornet's Nest, as it is affectionately called.
Round 1 by-district 2A playoff game. Franklin Hornets, coached by head coach Tremaine Johnson, assistant coach Yoda Jones, and the Varnado Wildcats, head coach Dwayne Trosclair and Mark Cornell. Starting lineup for the Wildcats.
Here is the Wildcats starting lineup.
Forward, number 0, Kalate Jackson.
A junior forward, number 0, Calvantre Jackson.
Senior guard, number 1,
A senior guard, Jaheim Hooks, number 1.
Senior forward, number 2,
Senior forward,
Miller.
number 2, Eliza Miller.
Senior guard, number 3, Michael Flan.
Senior guard, number 3, Michael Flan.
And junior guard, number 10, Quante Peters.
Junior guard, number 10, Quante Peters. So, juniors and seniors in the starting lineup for Varnado. Some experience, as does the Franklin Hornets. Now the music will come on as the Hornets will get
And
announced.
now, your starting lineup for the three-time undefeated district champ.
The three-time
Franklin Hornets.
undefeated district champs.
Senior guard, number 1,
Travis Zeno.
Senior forward, number 32,
Senior forward, number 32, Kylan Peters.
Junior forward, number 3,
Junior forward, number 3, Zylan Perry.
junior guard, number 4,
Junior guard, number 4,
Prevost.
Tim Provost.
And
And junior forward, number 2, Jamichael Gray. So there is your starting lineups. So the referees from the Thibodeau Association, as we mentioned. And we're about set for the jump as we will start things here. It's going to be Kylan Peters jumping center for the Hornets against Calvantre Jackson of Varnado. Glad you could be with us on this Friday night by-district playoffs here in Franklin. And we are set to go. The ball is in the air, and we're going to have to re-jump it because the ball was put up there and Jackson kind of had already jumped. Here's the tip, and it's controlled by the Hornets. Zeno down the lane. He goes up, dishes it inside to Peters, and that's a basket. Zeno took it to the basket, got it to Peters, and first basket by the Hornets. Hornets now in the full court pressure. Here's Hooks up the way to Jackson, who runs it down in front of the Hornet bench, and he'll throw it in the backcourt. Backcourt violation, so the pressure pays off for the Hornets, and they'll have it out of bounds. Wildcats starting a 1-2-2 zone. Long three by Gray on the way, no good. Rebound by Hooks. Hooks up the way to number 3, that is Flan. Michael Flan, double team, stolen away. And that's a foul. And that'll go against number 2. So that goes against Miller. Team foul number 1, his first. And again, you see the quickness of Franklin on that full court pressure. Here's the inbound to Zeno, working the point. Looking for a screen from Perry. Gets it from Peters. Outside. Provo for three. Lefty, no good. Perry battling for the rebound, but is controlled by number 2, and that is Miller with a good rebound. Here's a steal. And there's a charging foul underneath. Sonny lost it. We're still live on the radio, or excuse me, on the internet. We'll try to reconnect. The phone dropped, buddy. Okay. We're back to play. Sorry about that. A little difficulty on the radio. We're still on the internet. Don't forget to go to KBZE 105.9 on the Facebook page, and you can watch the game streaming live. Here's a pass down low, stolen away by Peters. And so far, that pressure is just really bothering Varnado. To the basket goes Provo, and he'll be fouled. That foul goes against number 10. That is Montre Peters, his first. Team foul number 3. So that'll be Provo shooting 2. He misses the first one. He'll have one more upcoming. Number 5 checking in. That's Bickman. Jackson will go out center for Varnado. Provo, second free throw is up and in. He's one of 2, 3-0. Hornet lead, and here's the pressure. Full court. Miller tries to dribble through it. He finally gets it up ahead. Flan in the corner, but he throws it away. And right now, Varnado just can't get a look at the basket. They have yet to take a shot. The only shot they took was a charging foul. And Zeno has it back for the Hornets. His cross court to Gray. Gray tries the baseline, goes blocked away. Good block by Bickman. Peters got it back, and he's fouled going to the basket. That foul's on number 2, and that is Miller, and that's his second. Team foul number 4, and that'll bring Peters to the line, where he'll shoot 2. First one, no good. Hornets have missed 2 out of 3 free throws here in the early going. 5:58 to go in the first. 3-0 Franklin on top. Second free throw is good. Peters has 3 in the game. And it's a 4-0 lead. Here's the pressure again. McQueen Bland has checked in. Long pass. That's stolen by Peters, but he loses it out of bounds. Good hustle by Peters. Went up high to get it. Couldn't control it. And ball will go back to Varnado. Those long passes won't make. There's a timeout on the floor. Varnado wants to try to set up the press. They'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to Franklin Basketball on KBZE. We'd like to remind everyone that Rita Mae's Kitchen in Morgan City would like everyone to know they're open on Sundays from noon to 5. Bring your family and dine with us. Also, we'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, A.J. Dolman Chrysler, Franklin Foundation Hospital, Urgent Care of Morgan City, MC Bank, and the Tesh Action Clinic of Morgan City. We're back to action after the timeout. Varnado with the basketball, trailing it 4-0. Here's Flan. Stolen away by Peters, but they said he bounced it on the line, so it'll stay with Varnado. Varnado inbounded. Side court. They get it in. Dump down inside. Miller goes up. No good. Goes back up this time. Lays it up and in. Eliza Miller gets the first basket of the game for Varnado, and it's 4-2. Here's Zeno, top of the key. Over to Provo. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Up goes Perry. He loses the handle, and it's controlled by Varnado. Varnado may be settling in a little bit here. inside, dump down. Peters gets the basket, a quick basket on that press. They finally break it at the timeout. They must have went over that, and they break it, and now it's 4-4. Here's the shot, no good. And the rebound, they said that Miller walked with it. So it'll stay with Franklin. 4:55 in the first. Inbound goes to Peters. Out to Gray. Zeno, three. Good from the corner. Travis Zeno with the three, and he's fouled. He'll have a chance for a 4-point play. That foul goes against number 3. That is Michael Flan. And now Zeno will have a free throw to complete the 4-point play. Now Jackson will come back in. Here's Zeno's free throw is up, no good. Rebound to Bickman of Varnado. Here comes Varnado in the front court. Bickman down in the corner to Flan. He drives. He goes up, blocked away by Zeno. Zeno has it on the move, down the lane, kicks it inside to Peters. Layup is in. Nice pass by Zeno to Peters, and it's 9-4. Here's that full court pressure. Varnado gets it into the front court. Down the lane, kick out. Bickman, three, no good, missed everything. Rebound to Flan, puts it up and in. McQueen Flan gets the layup, and it's 9-6. Varnado hanging around. Stanley Butler will come in after the next dead ball. Michael Gray outside. Three is good. JaMichael Gray makes a three. Here's the pressure. Down the lane goes Flan. Throws it up. No good. Rebound to Peters. Gray up ahead to Zeno. Down the lane. Lays it up and in. And the Hornets are off and running. Great outlet. Zeno makes the basket, and it's 14-6. Flan up ahead. Knocked out of bounds by Peters. Good hustle by the big fella. And here comes Stanley Butler checking in. Number 5, he'll come in, and Xylon Perry will take a break. 3:24 to go. 14-6. Franklin on top. Varnado with the basketball. Here's Flan outside. Free throw line. Dump down. Baseline shot. No good. There's a foul on the play. Peters will draw the foul. His first, team foul number 1, and that'll send Jackson to the line, shooting 2. First free throws for the Wildcats. Free throw no good. Another free throw for Jackson, and no good again. The rebound controlled by Butler. Here's Gray on the move. Quick pass, stolen away. Gray got it back, put it up and in. Jackson got his hands on it. He couldn't steal it. Gray was there to get the loose ball and put it in. It's 16-6. Biggest lead of the game for the Hornets. Here's Fland outside against the 2-3 Hornet zone. That ball almost stolen. Jackson to Miller. Miller throws it up. Somehow it goes in. Acrobatic shot. But hustling down is Gray. And right now the Hornets just beat him down the court. And it's 18-8. Varnado has to work so hard to get a shot. Meanwhile, the Hornets just taking the ball. Here's Gray again down the lane. Layup is in. Gray with 9 points. And it's 20-8 with 2:15 left. Flan triple team. Ball poked out of his hands, but it'll stay for the Wildcats. Wildcat basketball. Long three, way outside, no good. Rebound on the floor, battle for it, and jump ball, and the arrow's pointing to the Wildcats. So the Wildcats will have it. So the Wildcats will have it on the baseline. Here's the inbound by Hooks. Lobs up in the middle to Jackson. Kicks it back out to Hooks. Now the double team stolen away. Down the lane. Foul. That was Jason Johnson who had checked in, and he gets a foul against Jackson. He'll shoot two, and now the Hornets in the bonus for the rest of the half. So they'll be shooting free throws the rest of the way, but this is a two-shot foul. First one rolls around and in. With Johnson, his first basket. Well, first points, I should say. Also, Willie Jenkins has checked in for the Hornets. That one rolls down. And we have a timeout on the floor. 1:48 to go in the first. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. 22-8, Franklin on top. This is high school basketball on the breeze. We'd like to thank all our sponsors allowing us to bring you tonight's broadcast and radio and Facebook. You can go to KBZE 105.9 to watch the game or keep it locked in to KBZE 105.9 and hear all the action. Tonight's sponsors, A.J. Doman Chevrolet, A.J. Doman Chrysler, Franklin Foundation Hospital, Urgent Care, Morgan City, MC Bank, Rita Mae's Kitchen in Morgan City, and the Tesh Action Clinic of Morgan City. Well, the number 5 ranked Hornets turning up the defense, especially that full court pressure, and they lead it 22-8, and it'll be Wildcat ball. Cross-court pass goes to Miller. He's into the front court. Out to Hooks. Long three on the way. No good. Rebound run down by Hooks. Down the lane. His runner is no good. Good rebound by Miller, and he loses the handle, and they say somebody had a foul, and they give it to Provo, number 4. First on Kim, second on the Hornets. Here's the inbound by the Wildcats. Jackson down the lane. Jump stop. No good. He knocks it out of bounds. Jackson a little frustrated. He went to the basket hard that time, but couldn't get it to go. And now to go back to the Hornets. One, 2-2 zone. Long three by Zeno. Way outside. No good. Butler hustling for it, but it'll go out of bounds. Good hustle by Butler. Couldn't save it, and it'll go to the Wildcats. Here's the pass up ahead to Jackson. He's double teamed. Back to Hooks. Hooks throws it high. I don't know if it's supposed to be a lob, but Butler will get it. Butler had it. Now Provo will run it down. Save it in front of the Varnado bench. Down the lane. No good. Johnson went to the basket. Here's Jackson going up, in, and he's fouled. Jackson finally gets a basket, and it'll go on Provo. That's his second. And now Jackson will shoot a free throw. He's 0 for 2 from the stripe. 22-10. And now Irvin Lumpkin will come in, replace Provo. Jackson's free throw, no good, missed badly. But Hooks is there to run it down. Back to Jackson, dumps it inside. The layup is in. Good look by Jackson to get it to Bickman, and he gets it to go, and it's 22-12. Zeno down the lane. Double clutch goes up, no good, and he's fouled. Foul goes against number 3. That is Michael Flan. That's number 2 on him, and Zeno shoot 2. First free throw up and in. Zeno has 6. 23-12. Second free throw in again. 24-12, 30 seconds left here in the first. And Dickman in the backcourt. Throws it, intercepted, and stolen back by Hooks. Now numbers for Varnado down the lane. Tried to lob it up for Miller, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds off of a Hornet. So the Wildcats will have it with 16 seconds left in the first. 12-point lead for Franklin. Here's Bickman right side. Jackson at the free throw line. Knocked out of bounds by Zeno. And the Wildcats will take it out. Here's Hooks. Long 3 by Flan, no good. Rebound Hornets. Here come the Hornets on the move. Up, layup, no good at the buzzer. Johnson had a shot at the buzzer. It didn't go, and that'll do it for quarter number 1. 24-12. Franklin Hornets on top. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. This is high school playoff basketball on KBZE. We'd like to thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring you tonight's playoff basketball. A.J. Doman Chevrolet, A.J. Doman Chrysler, Franklin Foundation Hospital, Urgent Care of Morgan City, MC Bank. Also sponsoring our game, Rita Mae's Kitchen, Urgent Care of Morgan City, and Tex Jackson Clinic of Morgan City. As we mentioned, this is round 1. Round 2, the winner of this game will move on to face number 12, West St. Mary. The Wolfpack last night beat Capital 66-65. So you can only imagine next Tuesday or Monday or Tuesday right here, Franklin and West St. Mary, that will be one heck of a matchup for the right to go to the state quarterfinals. The teams in the bottom half of that bracket, number 13 French Settlement, number 20 Mangum, number 4 Doyle, and number 29 DeQuincy. So we'll take another look at that at halftime. Tell you more about the 2A bracket and look at the rest of the Parish teams in the playoffs. But here, 24-12, the Hornets on top. They'll have the basketball to start quarter number 2, and they'll have the starters back in except for Zeno, who'll take a break, and Johnson stays in for him. Here's Gray with the ball, gets a 2-3 zone. Johnson right side. Peters on the baseline goes to Perry. Perry up, no good. Rebound knocked around. Provo has it. Back to Gray. Takes a 3 outside, no good. Rebound goes to Miller. Hornets had a couple looks at it. Couldn't get it to go down. Here comes the Hornets. Inside, tried to get it to Jackson. Stolen away by Perry. Perry heading the other way. Layup by Provo is good, and he's fouled. Kim Provo gets the basket. Hustling down. And that'll go against Miller, and I believe that's 3 on Miller. But they'll take Jackson out, put Bickman back in. The coach looking down his bench, I think he'll have to probably get somebody back in. Here's the shot up by Provo is in. He completes the 3-point play, and it's 28-12. Varnado with the basketball. Here's Hooks, cross court. Flan back out top to the new man in. That's Peters, who's checked back in. Flan down the lane, blocked away by Kylan Peters on the inside. And now here comes number 14. That is Brandon Jefferson. checking in for the first time, and he'll replace number 2, and that is Miller, who'll go out with the 3 fouls. Inbounds, stolen away, and Johnson couldn't save it. Franklin, quick hands, got their hand on the inbound, but couldn't keep it in bounds, and Wildcats will have it. Number 13, McQueen Flan will come back in. He'll replace his number 3, Michael Flan. Here's Quante Peters over to Hooks, back out to Peters. On the drive, picks up his dribble. Finally gets it off to Bickman, out to Hooks. Hooks drives, try to dump it inside, stolen away by Perry. He's knocked down, he controls it, throws it over his head. Had a layup and they called timeout. Coach Johnson said, man. Perry was on the ground. And we'll keep it right here. Perry was on the ground. He throws it over his head. But Coach Johnson already called timeout. He didn't want him to get called with the traveling violation, but it would have turned into a layup for the Hornets. But they get the timeout. 6:35 to go here in the half. 27-12. It's been Franklin from the start. That full court pressure defense really turned the tide early in the first quarter and gave Franklin the lead. And it'll be the Hornets ball when we get back to action here. Get a very good crowd on hand. And the Hornets would have, for sure, 2 home games, and then it would depend on who won in the bottom of the bracket. Franklin ball, and here comes Zeno's check back in. Here's outside Gray, 3 ball, good. Jermichael Gray continues to have the hot hand. He has 12, 30-12. Here's Flan. In the corner, Hooks. He'll take the 3, good. Hooks knocks it down. That's his first basket. 30-15. There's a reach-in foul on Bickman as Johnson was going to the basket. And he'll shoot a 1-and-1. Already over the limit is the Wildcats. And now Miller has to come back in with those 3 fouls. They can ill afford to get behind any more. Trailing by 15. Johnson has a chance to tack on 2. Free throws up, no good. Rebound goes to Johnson. They'll set it back up. Out to Gray, over to Zeno. Long 3, no good. Rebound off to Peters of Varnado, and that's knocked out of his hands by Gray and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. Wildcats on the inbound, is knocked out again by the Hornets. Peters is trying to go to the basket. Long pass comes into Hooks. Bickman, he'll tee it up from long range. Good. Bickman has 5 and 30-18. Gray, baseline runner up in. Jermichael Gray. (32-18). Hornets have dropped out of that pressure. They've dropped back in that 2-3 zone. Here's Flan, double team, knocked out of his hands, out of bounds, and will stay with the Wildcats. 22-18, 5:06 to go in the half. Inbound, stolen by Gray. Gray heading the other way. 2-on-1, layup by Zeno is good. Good pass by Gray. Zeno got to the basket, and it's 34-18. Hooks in the corner to Bickman. Back to Hooks. He'll let it go from long range. Good again. 2 in a row for Jaheim Hooks. 34-21. Zeno outside. Johnson, three, no good. Rebound goes to Hooks. He's into the front court. Over to Bickman, down the lane. His runner's up, no good. Rebound by Gray. Foul in the backcourt against McQueen Bland, and we'll shoot free throws. And Provo check in. 1-1. Rest of the way, it'll be a two-shot after this one for Franklin, and with 4:17 to go. Free throw is in. So Gray will have the bonus. 35-21. This free throw is up and in. So two free throws by Gray, and now Jackson will come back in for the Wildcats. Provo back in for the Hornets. Here's the pressure again. Bland into the front court, cross court, Hooks. Double team, finally gets it back out to Peters. Roll it around the Bland. Peters baseline, dumps it inside to Miller. He goes up, no good, and he's fouled by Peters. Kylan Peters, that's foul number 2. And that'll send Miller to the line to shoot 2. 3:56 to go. 36-21. Miller's free throw, no good. Here's Stanley Butler back in to replace Kylan Peters, who'll go out with the 2 fouls. Miller's second free throw, no good. Rebound by Butler, off to Gray, up ahead to Provo, cross court to Zeno down the lane. Tried to muscle it up, no good. Zeno got it back. On the floor, kicks it back out to Gray. Corner Zeno, 3 ball on the way, good. Zeno for 3. His second 3 ball, and it's 39-21. Biggest lead of the game, 18 for the Hornets. Here's Miller. Down the lane, cut off by Butler, but he fouled him as he kind of just ran in front of him with his back to him, and that'll send Miller back to the line. Right now, the Wildcats are 0 for 5 from the free throw line. 3:27 to go here, first half. Well, as soon as you set to make one, Miller puts it in. 39-22. Second free throw is in, so he 2 of 2 that time. And the lead is 39-23. Zeno, screen on the outside, stops, 3, good. Could have went either way. He went to the left and he knocks down the 3. Here's Miller down the lane. Layup is in. Miller with a nice move to put it in. 42-25. 17-point lead for the Hornets. Zeno way outside. Good again. 3 in a row for Zeno, and it's 45-25. Long pass up ahead to Miller down the lane, up and in, and he's fouled. They'll give it to Zeno, who kind of snuck underneath him. Wasn't a lot of contact, but didn't give him enough room to come down, and it's a 2-point basket, and he'll have a chance for a free throw. 2:41 to go. Free throw is in. So a 3-point play for Miller, and it's 45-28. Zeno over to Gray. Tries, back out to Zeno. Top of the key. 3-pointer. No good. Rebound to the Wildcats. Peters. throw it, jump ball, and they say the arrow is pointing to the Wildcats. Good hustle by Perry to tie up Jackson. 2:18 to go to be Varnado ball. Here's Peters outside. In the corner, playing block. Butler, he saves it in bounds, but right to the hands of Peters, who's no good, and Butler gets the rebound. Great defensive series for Stanley Butler. Here's Gray, kicks over to Zeno down the lane, layup is in. Zeno gets the layup, and it's 47-28. Long three by Hooks, tried to match Zeno's effort, no good. Rebound by Provo, and he throws it out of bounds, trying to get Zeno on the run. Good idea, but out of bounds, and it's 1:38 to go here in the half. 47-28. All Hornets so far. Showing why they're ranked number 5. Jackson over to Peters. Back to Jackson outside. He drives, and they say Zeno cut him off. That'll be a foul.
Push off, Ralph, push off.
And now it'll be a 1-and-1. And now wholesale substitutions. Willie Jenkins comes in. Also, Dalen Bell makes his first appearance for the Hornets. Jackson's free throw, no good. Bounced it off the backboard. Here is Kim Provo. Over to Gray. They'll be patient here with 1:19 to go in the half. Dump down inside, and they say 3 seconds in the lane against Dalen Bell.
Oh, another bad one, Ralph.
And that'll go back to Varnado. Varnado with the ball. Here's Flan. Back out to Peters. Peters dumps it down inside. Bickman. Baseline. Almost stolen away by Gray. 54 seconds left here in the half. Peters on the outside for the Wildcats. And he goes up and down. Went airborne, but had nowhere to pass it to, and then came down before he could get rid of it. And it'll go back to the Hornets. Franklin high ball with 47 seconds left. And here comes Jermichael Gray into the front court. Now the Wildcats in a man-to-man. 36 seconds. Gray goes by Peters, drives, kicks it off to Bell. Back out top. Goes Provo to Gray. Gray on the drive, behind the back, inside. No good, stolen away by the Wildcats. It almost stolen back, but off the hands of Gray and out of bounds with 20 seconds left. They'll go to the Wildcats. Here's Peters. Over to Flan. Tries it inside. Now Jackson free throw line. They'll kick it around. Bickman will get the three. No good. There's Butler. It's stolen away by Miller. Jackson will have to put it up at the buzzer. No good. And that'll do it for the first half. A good half for the Franklin High Hornets as they'll take a 47-28 lead into the locker room. We're going to take a 6-minute timeout. I'll tell you what, we'll take a 5-minute timeout to get caught up on some breaks back at the station. We come back, we'll look at the brackets. We'll tell you everybody that's in the playoffs. 47-28. Franklin on top. You're listening to KBZE and KBZE 105.9 FM. Right here, high school football. Excuse me, high school basketball. We'll take a look at the first half scoring as soon as we get them tallied up. For the Hornets, Zeno had 20 points, including 4 3-pointers. Gray had 16 with 2 3-pointers. It was Provo with 4. Meanwhile, Johnson had 2, and Kyle and Peters had 5. Peters, Provo, and Zeno with 2 fouls apiece for the Hornets. Meanwhile, for Varnado, Jackson had 2, Hooks had 6. Miller was the leading scorer. He had 11, but he had 3 fouls. Meanwhile, 5 for Bickman, 2 for Peters, and 2 for Flan. So we mentioned Miller has 3. Michael Flan has 2 fouls. Right now, we'll look at the 2A playoff bracket. As we told you, the number 1 seed is Rayville. They'll be in action tonight against number 32 Welsh. Number 16, Oakdale is at number 17, Benton. Number 9, Morris Jeff Community is at home against 24 Avoyles. Number 8, Rapides, also at home against number 25, North Cato. Told you about this game, Franklin and Varnado. The winner takes on West St. Mary, number 12. Number 13, French Settlement hosts number 20, Mangum. And number 4, Doyle is at home tonight against number 29, DeQuincy. Bottom half of the bracket, number 3, Manny takes on number 30, Pickering. Number 14, East Feliciana takes on number 19, Delcom. Number 11, Madison Prep will host number 22, Sarah Reed. Number 6, Lakeview, the team that knocked Franklin out of the playoffs last year up in Campty, Louisiana, above Natchitoches. They take on number 27, Northeast. Number 7, Red River hosts number 26, Amite. Number 10, Winfield is at home against St. Helena. St. Helena, number 23. And number 18 of Oils is at number 15, Jonesboro Hodge. And number 2, the defending champs, the Port Allen Pelicans, will host number 31, South Plaquemine. Here's a look at your other brackets that will have the parish teams in the playoffs. In Division 4, in the select division, number 6, Central Catholic. They play host to number 11, Sacred Heart, 6 o'clock on Tuesday. That is in the regional round of the Division 4 playoffs. In the 1A playoffs, Centerville is number 17. They're on the road tonight at 16, Sicily Island. The winner of that game takes on number 1, North Central. In the 3A playoffs, Patterson Lumberjacks are number 9 seed. They're at home tonight against Frederick Douglass. A win by Patterson will advance them to the winner of number 9, or number 8, Booker T. Washington, number 25, Iota. Also, if you look down that bracket, Lutcher, Donaldsonville, out of that district in the playoffs as well. 4A, of course, the division Morgan City is in, number 28, South Terrebonne, number 24, South Lafourche. The highest seed out of the district, number 6, Ellender, all in the playoffs as well. So that's a look at what's going around in the playoffs. As the Hornets find their way back onto the floor. Hornets really turned it up on the defensive end. And they lead it 47-28. We're back here at halftime where the Hornets are top of Varnado, 47-28. This is the way the scoring went in the first half. First for the visiting Wildcats, Elijah Miller led the way with 11 points. However, he picked up 3 personal fouls in that first half. Jaheim Hooks had 6. Zaquante Bickman had 5. And with 2 points apiece, it was Jackson, Peters, and McQueen Flan. Meanwhile, for the Hornets, leading the way was Zeno. He had 20 points, including 4 3-pointers. Jermichael Gray had 16 with 2 3-pointers. Kim Provo had 4. Jason Johnson had 2 off the bench, and Kylan Peters had 5. Well, we said we'd take a look at the brackets. Here will the 2A bracket. Number 1, Rayville. They're taking on number 32, Welsh tonight. Rayville, the number 1 ranked team in Class 2A. The 16-17 matchup, 16 Oakdale at home against 17 Vinton. The 9 seed, Morris Jeff Community School, that's around New Orleans. They're taking on number 24 of Oils. Number 8 Rapides against number 25 North Cato. 5-28 matchup going on right here. It is Franklin against Varnado. The winner advances to take on number 12 West St. Mary. That's a regional round of the playoffs. Number 13 French Settlements at home against number 20 Mangum. And number 4 Doyle is at number 29 De Quincy. Meanwhile, the bottom half of the bracket, number 3 Manny takes on number 30 Pickering. Number 14 East Feliciana battles number 19 Delcom. Number 11 Madison Prep takes on 22 Sarah Reed. Number 6 Lakeview, the team that knocked out the Hornets last year in the playoffs from Campty, Louisiana, up above Natchitoches. They'll take on number 27 Northeast. Number 7 Red Rivers at home against 26 Amite. Number 10 Winfield takes on St. Helena College and Career Academy, who is number 23. Number 15 Jonesboro Hodge is home against number 18 of Voiles. Up there, number 24, that's a Voiles public charter. The number 18 team is of Voiles, so 2 different schools there. And number 2, defending champ, the Port Allen Pelicans at home against number 31, South Plaquemine. Looking at the rest of the brackets that have the parish teams involved. First of all, in Class 3A, Patterson Lumberjacks, or number 9, they're hosting number 24 Frederick Douglass tonight. That game over in Patterson, a win would advance them to take on the winner of number 8 Booker T. Washington New Orleans, in which Patterson would have to go on the road, or number 25 Iota, which a win by Iota would put them against Patterson next week in Patterson. Number 5 Bossier is home against number 28 Glen Oaks. Number 12 Crowley hosts number 21 Caldwell Parish. That's a look at the top half of the bracket. Donaldsonville and Lutcher out of Patterson's district also in the playoffs. In 1A, it's Centerville. They're on the road tonight at Sicily Island up in North Louisiana. The 17th ranked Bulldogs. A win would have a home game against number 1 North Central. So the winner of the 16-17 matchup, that would be number 1 North Central. And in Division 4, the select division, number 6 Central Catholic. They have a home game on Tuesday, 6 o'clock over at Central Catholic. They'll host number 11 Sacred Heart. That's a look at your brackets. That's a look at everything. And we're about set to get this thing tipped off here, or taken in, as you don't tip it off here. But we're about set for the second half of this one. And right now, it has been all Hornets as they are taking care of business, 47-28. It'll be Zeno, Gray, Perry, Peters, Provo, the starters on the court for the Hornets. Meanwhile, Peters, Hooks, Jackson, Miller, and number 3 Flan for the Wildcats. Franklin has the ball. We're underway here. Long 3 by Zeno. Way out. My goodness gracious. I don't know what you can do out there against that. He shot that from half court. Banked it in. And it's 50-28. Here's the Wildcats. Out top. Dump down inside. The baseline blocked away by Provo. Good defense by the Hornets. Provo over to Zeno. Zeno, right corner. Now he'll dribble it back to the top. He'll give it to Provo. Provo on the drive. Gets it over to Jamichael Gray. 3 ball, no good. There's Peters with a big rebound. The putback is in. Peters gets the putback. And Hooks looked like he might have caught a little elbow in the face possibly. But he gets up. Looks like he's all right. 52-28. Biggest lead of the game for the Hornets. And here's that full court pressure. Peters back to Flan. He's into the front court and has a reach in by Gray. That's his first. Team foul number 1. Hooks will have to go out for a second. And Bickman will come in. Here's Peters. Working on Gray. Free throw line runner, no good. Perry had it, lost it, got it back. Numbers, and that ball's kicked by the Wildcats. And it'll be Franklin ball. 6:53 to go here in the third. 52-28. Down the lane. Zeno goes up, no good. He's fouled. He went behind the back, got it back. Dipsy-do, and the foul goes against number 2, and that is Miller, and we got him for 4. Here is Zeno. Free throws up and in. 53-28. Second free throw good. Zeno was 25. 54-28. Up ahead off the hands of Jackson. It was tipped by Provo, and Jackson put his hand up, off his hand, out of bounds. And boy, Jackson has just had a frustrating night, the big center. And that'll get Jefferson back off the bench, and Jackson sits at the end of his bench. Here's Gray. Free throw, baseline jumper, no good. Miller with the rebound. Here comes Miller. Knocked out of his hand. Zeno has it. Over to Gray. Back inside to Provo. No good. Here comes the numbers the other way. Miller up. No good. He's fouled by Provo. That's 3 on Provo. Second team foul against the Hornets. And that'll be 2. Here's Miller going to shoot 2. Free throw is up, no good. And Hooks back in. Second free throw, no good again. Jefferson gets the rebound, back out to Miller. Takes a 3 and it's in. Well, he missed 2 free throws and he comes back and knocks down a 3-pointer. 54-31. Gray. Cut off inside, it goes to Peters. He turns it, he's blocked by Bickman. Good defense on the inside by the Wildcats. Here's Hooks. Peters, 3 ball on the way, no good. Rebound, run down by Provo. Kicked ahead to Perry. Perry down the lane, dumps it inside. Reverse layup by Gray is no good. Hooks is hit by Zeno. And that's 3 on Zeno. Then Butler will come in, replacing Perry. And it's Wildcat ball. Inside will go to Miller. He'll kick it back out. Flan. 3, no good. Rebound by Provo. Provo. Over to Gray. Zeno, left side, 3, good again. Travis Zeno is just lighting up the Wildcats, and it's 57-31. Zeno now with 28. Hooks will take the 3. No good. Rebound by Zeno. Up ahead to Gray. Gray down the lane. Layup is in. And the Hornets got it clicking all cylinders tonight. 59-31. Miller. No good. Short. Zeno. Long pass up to Gray. Layup is in. And the Wildcats going to need a timeout here, as it's 30-point lead, the biggest of the night now for the Hornets. His corner. Hooks, three, no good. Plan has it. He drives down the lane. Finger roll, no good. And here comes Provo, off and running. Provo all the way down the lane. Double clutch, good. What a move by Kim Provo. Split the defense, 63-11. And there's a timeout. You knew Varnado would have to have it. And they do. 4 minutes to go here in the third. 63-31. We'll take a 1 minute timeout. We'll be back. This is Franklin High basketball on KBZE. Tonight's game is being brought to you by A.J. Dobin Chevrolet, A.J. Dobin Cadillac, A.J. Dobin Chrysler, Franklin Foundation Hospital, Urgent Care, Morgan City, MC Bank, Rita Mae's Kitchen of Morgan City, and the Tesh Action Clinic, also of Morgan City. 63-31. And the Hornets are dancing in the stands, I tell you. Impressive so far. As a fifth-ranked Franklin Hornets got it in high gear tonight against Varnado. Varnado, a very athletic team, but not nearly as athletic as the Hornets. So right now, you look ahead and it just looks like the 5-12 matchup in the regional round. It looks like it's going to be Franklin and West St. Mary. And it is Hornet on defense. Wildcats with it. Zone defense for the Hornets. Dump down inside. They'll kick it out. Bickman, left side, no good. Rebound by Miller. He goes up and he's fouled. It looks like that might be on Peters, and that's three on him. So Peters has three, Provo has three, and Zeno has three, but I don't believe Coach Johnson's worried too much about the foul trouble. And the first free throw is good. He'll have one more, and Dalen Bell check back in as Peters will go out. Miller hits the second one. And it's 33-63. Zeno, long three again, in and out. That was from 30 feet. Here comes Miller down the lane. No good, and Bell hits him, and he'll get the foul. So Miller being offensive. He's got 16 in the game. And he'll go back to the line. He's been first one, no good. Second free throw, no good. He missed them both. And Zeno has it. Provo right through his legs and out of bounds. Zeno tried to get it. Looked like Provo was ready to take it and fire it, but went through his legs, out of bounds, and turnover will go back to the Wildcats. 3:17 to go here in the third. 28-point lead for the Hornets. Miller at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Hooks. He'll drive. Dump down inside to Peters. Blocked away by Provo. Here's Provo quickly up ahead to Butler. Butler goes up and in. Stanley Butler goes up and puts it in, and what a spill by Gray. Was going to follow it up, and boy, he took a spill. Good thing they kind of held him. And they say a technical foul against Gray. Not sure. It looked like Gray was going to tap it in. He went up and hung on the rim so he wouldn't fall. So that'll put Miller at the line. I don't know why you put Miller at the line. Miller is 4 of 9 so far. Now he'll shoot one more. Second one is in, so he makes 1 of 2. 65-36. And Wildcats will have the ball. 2:55 to go. Here's Peters. In the corner to Fland out top. He'll move it around. Hooks take the 3. Outside by his bench, and he gets it. Jakeem Hooks, that's his third three-pointer. 65-39. That double screen for Zeno out top. That'll go against Joaquin Flan. That's his second. Second team foul of the half. Zeno has it in the backcourt. And Zeno will hold it out. Make them come play, and they do. Hooks going for the steal. Kicks it out to Gray. Gray down the lane. Layup is in. They just waited, got him out of the defense, and then went to the basket. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Miller down the lane. His layup is in. 67-41. Long pass up the way. Gray in the corner. 3 ball. Nobody picked him up. No good. Bell with the rebound. Back to Gray. Gray out to Zeno. 3-pointer. No good. Rebound by Miller. Miller again down the lane. No good. Rebound by Bell. Zeno back to Provo, who went for the one-handed jam but didn't get it. Little alley-oop. It was no good. Here's Hooks outside the Flan. 3, no good. Oh, excuse me, it rolled around down. It looked like it was coming out, but he got it to go. 67-44, and now the Hornets will use a timeout. I think Coach Johnson's going to let them know, look, guys, maybe a little too early to start all that. We'll keep it right here as this is a full timeout. And we'll let you know that our sponsors tonight are A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, A.J. Dolman Chrysler, the Franklin Foundation Hospital, Urgent Care of Morgan City, MC Bank, Rita Mae's Kitchen of Morgan City, and the Tesh Action Clinic of Morgan City. Well, it's looking more and more like it's going to be a Franklin-West St. Mary matchup again. Those teams met twice in district, but Franklin winning both of those times. More on the line this time as a berth in the quarterfinals will be at stake next Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. We'll have to wait and see exactly when it is. So the win by the Hornets would be right here in Franklin, and that's next door neighbors. That would be for bragging rights. That would be for everything. That would be some kind of game. And it'll be the Hornets ball after the timeout. 57 seconds left here in quarter number 3. A 23-point lead for Franklin. And they'll hold it for one shot. 45 seconds left. Provo will dribble down the lane. Goes up and under, no good. Rebound by Jackson. Jackson gives up to Miller. Miller kicks out to Hooks, who drives. Goes up, no good. Rebound by Bell, but he lost it out of bounds. Bell had it, but couldn't control it. And goes out of bounds with 25 seconds left, and it'll be Wildcat ball. Inbound goes way outside to Jackson. Back to Hooks. Hooks now kick it out to Peters, who drives the baseline. Throws it up, no good. Bounced around, controlled by Provo. Provo up ahead to Perry down the lane. Layup, no good, and he's fouled. And it looked like that ball might have went in, but Provo went up to try to jam it in. I think might have cost Perry a chance for a three-point play. But either way, he'll get two here with 8 seconds left. Perry's first one, no good. Perry's still looking to get on the scoreboard here. Second one, no good. Here's Miller with 7 seconds, heading the other way. Miller cut off. Flan down the lane, loses the handle. Perry goes at the length of the floor, no good, and that'll do it. 67-44, Franklin. 8 minutes to go to advance to the state regional round of the playoffs. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back. This is Hornet Basketball on KBZE. 67-44 as we start quarter number 4. Neither team is in the 1-and-1. Well, yep. Franklin will be shooting 1-and-1 on the next foul. Only 3 fouls against the Hornets. Zeno, Bell, Gray, Provo, Perry in the game for the Hornets. There's Hooks. Jackson. Jackson gets it, drives, up and under, no good. And Provo battles for the rebound. Here's Zeno heading the other way. Jackson had a chance right off the inbound, but didn't get it to go. Zeno outside. Down the lane goes Gray, and he's fouled going to the basket. That looks like Miller. That might be it. I believe that's going to be all for Miller, and that is. Liza Miller fouls out. He had 19 points. Pretty good night for Miller, but he will go out. And now Gray will have a chance. 2 free throws. First one is in. That's 23 now in the game for Gray. Gray and Zeno. They have combined for 51 of the 68 points. They get 52 as he hits them both. 69-44. 1-3-1, 3/4 court press now for Hornets. Land stolen away by Gray. Up to Perry down the lane. Layup no good. Gray goes up, no good, and he's fouled. Last foul goes against Michael Flan. That'll be 2 for Michael Gray, who goes back. Gray's free throw is in. He is perfect on the night, 5 for 5 from the stripe. They'll have one more upcoming. Second free throw, no good. Knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. Here's the inbound, goes to Bell. Bell back out to Gray. Gray down the lane. Goes up, no good, but he's fouled. And that'll go against Jackson. And now Gray, who's made a living here already in the fourth quarter at the line, will go back. This will be his 5th and 6th free throws. And we're only not even a minute in. Makes the first one. A couple of subs come in for the Wildcats. Second free throw is good. Gray makes them both. 72-44. There's the ball stolen away. Zeno up to Perry. He's underneath, throws it up, no good. Gray got it back. He goes up and he's fouled, and he'll go back to the line. And that's number 3, Flan. That's 4 on him. And Gray here's a free throw by Gray. It's in. 28 points now for Jamichael Gray. Misses that one. Free throw goes to the Wildcats. Up ahead. Almost stolen by Provo, but he knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wildcats. And here is Willie Jenkins checking in for Ryland Perry. You'll probably start to see Hornets start to make some substitutions with a comfortable lead. Here's a 3 outside by Flan. No good. Jefferson with the rebound. Out to Peters. His 3 from the top. No good. Rebound fought for. Controlled by Flan. Up and in. Michael Flan gets his first basket of the night. 73-46. Zeno will walk it up. He'll stay at the top of the key. Oh, excuse me, at the half court and make them come out and play him. Now they do. Goes around him. Down the lane. Layup is in. So quick. 75-46. Just breaks down the defense and gets the basket. Bickman way outside. Missed it all. Rebound by Jenkins. Here's Gray. In the corner to Zeno. Cross court to Provo. 3 ball on the way. No good. Rebound by Bell up and in. Dalen Bell with a good rebound and put back his first basket. Here's Flan out top. Hooks. Step back 3. No good. Good rebound by Jefferson. Peters up, a runner, no good. That rebound controlled by Bell. Bell. Outside, Provo with a three. In and out, no good. Rebound to the Wildcats. Under 5 minutes to go in the game. 31-point lead now for the Hornets, and has a backcourt violation. And here comes Johnson back in the game also. Taryn Ballett comes in for the first time. Zeno will go out, as will Bell. So Zeno's night figures over. He ended with 30 points. To Michael Gray. Handling at the top. Man-to-man now for the Wildcats. Gray looking for some room. Gray will give it up to Provo. Hornets will run a little clock. Now Provo goes by the defense. Goes up, no good. Here comes Jackson the other way, down the lane. Jackson's layup is no good. And Gray heads the other way, up to Provo. Provo goes up and lays it in. Kim Provo gets the hoop. Here's Flan. Over to Jackson. Jackson will go between his legs. Gray just daring him. And he throws it out to Hooks. Out to Peters. In the corner to Flan. Jackson, free throw line jumper, no good. Jenkins with the rebound. Here comes Jenkins the other way, behind the back. Jenkins down the lane. Layup is in. Willie Jenkins to the basket. 81-46. 3:20 to go in the game. Hooks down the lane. Layup is in. And now it's an intentional foul. So intentional foul on number 10. I'm not sure what happened there, but he gets 2 fouls and they're going to get the ball. I thought it was against Hooks, but it was against Ballett. And first free throw, no good. He was on offense. I don't know if he realized it, and he kind of grabbed him, and they call it intentional foul. Second free throw, no good, but they'll have the ball. Free throw line has not been kind to the Wildcats tonight.
That was 2 freebies that you missed.
6 of 14 from the stripe. Here's Hooks on the drive. Kicks it in the corner to Bickman. Bickman with 3 is good. His second 3 ball. 81-51. And now there's a foul. It's Hooks. His first. And now Jermichael Gray back at the line for 1-and-1. 2:58 to go. Gray's first free throw, no good, missed everything. Wow. Gray's looking like he can't believe it. Here come the Wildcats. Here's Flan. Right side. Inside to Jackson. Jackson charges as Jenkins takes the charge. Good defense. And we'll head the other way. Here's Provo. No. Provo with it. Crossover dribble down the lane. Provo in the lane. The runner good. Kim Provo has 10. He's in double figures. 83-53. Hooks down the lane. They cut his foul. goes on number 11. It's Johnson. Now it'll be free throws for Hooks. Free throws up and in. One more for Hooks. Ashton Page comes in, number 24 for the Hornets for the last 2:14. Hooks' free throw is short, no good. Rebound kicked around. Here's Jackson outside. He'll drive, spin in the lane, puts up no good. Here's Page running the floor and he can't handle it. Page had it but lost the handle. And now Jermichael Gray will sit down. And checking in is Tavon Ballett. .28 for Gray. And 2:02 to go, and it'll be Wildcat ball. Here comes Hooks. Well, it's turned into a crowd favorite as Franklin fans up there really getting on him. And they say on the floor, and that'll go against Page. And that'll send Flan to the line for 2. So this last minute 40 or minute and 54 might take a little bit. First one is in. One more upcoming. And now Hooks will be taken out. Second free throw is in, so Flan makes them both. 83-56, minute 45 left in this one. And I think you can safely say now to be Franklin and West St. Mary in the regional round of the playoffs. Here's Johnson with the count. Johnson down the lane. Layup is in. It's on Johnson. It's his first basket. 85-56. Now coach says spread it out. Plan goes up and down. And they call a foul. They call a foul on an up and down.
Y'all refs need to get out of here.
And they'll let Flan shoot 2 with 1:13 to go. Free throw is good. $56-85. Now Franklin just hold it out. Minute 4. Johnson. Ballett goes down the lane. He'll throw it up and in. Teron Ballett scores. Long 3, no good. Saved by the Wildcats. Lose the handle on the floor. Flan gets it back up, no good. Gets the rebound, goes up, no good. And here comes Johnson on the run. Johnson, left-handed, layup is in. Nice move by Johnson. 25 seconds left, 89-54. And the Hornet fans know it. And it'll be the Wolfpack coming in here to the Hornets' nest next week. And that's going to do it. Your final score tonight, 89-56. The Franklin Hornets roll tonight. Travis Zeno had 30. Jamichael Gray had 28. 7 other Hornets on the scoreboard, but it was a victory from start to finish, wire to wire, as the pressure defense started. Then Zeno and Gray took over, and they dominated the game. That'll wrap up our coverage tonight. High school playoff basketball. Franklin advances to take on West St. Mary. That game in the regional round of the playoffs next week. Keep it locked into KBZE to see where we'll be next week for our high school basketball playoffs. For our sponsors, for Sonny Iverson, cameraman extraordinaire for Howard Caste back at the booth, this is Seth Thomas. Join us for Nicholls State football tomorrow at 3 o'clock right here on KBZ. Have a great weekend. Good night, everybody.